So I'm kind of terrified to start my channel, and it's not out of like a fear of failing or anything like that. It's more of the content I want to make is kind of centered around more emotionally drawn stuff and vulnerabilities and kind of like it, it carries a lot of emotional weight. And something that's kind of came up is like I'm kind of scared to be truly seen, you know? Like it's hard enough in real life as it is, and but it's pretty awkward to get in front of a camera and like speak from a very deeper like internal place. I've taken acting classes. um I've did a lot of stuff like that. I've did a lot of work on myself emotionally. There's a lot of things I've learned and a lot of things I want to share. But I mean, this is a little bit different as far as expressing yourself. There's not like that human element here, and that's something I'm really struggling with, especially in communicating. But overall, it's been kind of exhausting overthinking this emotional kind of creative process because, I've wrote pages of stuff and, wrote down 30, 50 video ideas of like all this kind of stuff that I want to intertwine and create these arcs and make videos that are even trilogies and linked and have psychological loops together. But there's so many things that I would love to talk about and like share with people, but the weight of it at times it's been really hard to actually start and to like get to this point. So yeah, I'm kind of terrified to start this whole thing. So, and it's also made me realize that I may struggle with variations of intimacy. You know, I want this to be like an intimate kind of experience, not to be like too weird or anything, but there is kind of like a bond that goes on between an audience and like the content creator, and that's something that I want something kind of real, um at the end of the day, it's really hard, but I want to choose discomfort over regret. And I feel like if I don't actually go through with this and at least try at this point after putting in a lot of effort, um that will be a big regret of mine. And at the end of the day, I have nothing to lose. um and I'm always interested in growing in any way that I can. The world moves fast, and this is a very digital world now. Um, and the whole topic of like parasocial relationships and having those type of bonds. I mean, who's to say that that's not like will develop into a more like prominent way of communication in the future, And I would rather get started now than wait and be behind. So, I've always heard the thing you're most scared of to do is what you should probably be doing. And right now in my life, this is like something that's always on my mind, and it's what I'm most scared to do. So I'm just trying to put that quote into action and actually deliver a little bit. So, and what drove me to actually make this specific video is I kind of thought like how much of our lives is actually driven by fear. It's probably a lot. That's the answer. But we can make small steps.